watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 2 of the AOLL Cup Series here at the Auto Club Speedway in California. We look forward to a great race tonight. For most of you guys, anybody that knows anything about auto clubs, I believe it's a 2.5 mile track. These guys can get 5 wide at this track, so we expect some wild racing here tonight. We expect some good racing, and if you guys caught the Cup Series today, the cars seem to be a little slick out there in the NASCAR Cup Series. So I wonder if that's going to translate here tonight. We've got a lot of drivers, so it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully we get some of these guys 3, 4, or 5 wide. We got 34 racers here tonight for the AOLL Cup Series. Just a quick reminder from last week, the Daytona 300, your winner was Justin Anderson. He'll look to repeat here. He had a great week in the AOLL, as he also took the truck, I believe. Let me just verify that for you guys. Well, that is not showing me what I wanted to see. So yeah, I believe he took the truck last week and potentially the TNT series. I would have to do my research on that. But anyhow, here we go. Yeah, Justin Anderson took the Auto Club in the Truck Series in week 1. And then this week here, Daytona, Josh Hanner took that. So I don't know if Josh Hanner is going to be running tonight. He is. He's right there in 10th. So we'll see if Josh can carry a little momentum going into this week the way Justin Anderson did last week. Going into the TNT series, so that way you guys are tracking the TNT series this season. Justin Anderson took the Phoenix opener at the TNT series on March 3rd. The TNT series will be live from we'll be racing at Five Flags Speedway, so that'll be another good race for those guys. As now we are clicking over into qualifying. You see 5 minutes for qualifying. First car out right there, we're looking at Mike Bass in the number 58 No Pants Series Chevrolet. These guys will take out. They'll get out there, run their little warm-up lap, give us a couple hopefully quick, fast qualifying laps, and we'll get this grid ready to go. So going back into the Daytona 300 here is Mike kind of blinking out a little bit on there. We're going to just switch over. This is Josh Laston out. So going back to what we were talking about as far as the Daytona International Speedway, Justin Anderson, your winner last week, followed by Josh Hanner here, who we're looking at. In 3rd, Chris Piscini. 4th, Steve Gottschalk. And in 5th, Kevin Pearson. So those are your top 5 from last week. Now you don't have to put a whole lot of stock in where these guys finished last week. Daytona, the ultimate equalizer. So you can definitely see a lot of close racing when it comes to Daytona. We should see a lot of close racing here. This track rather fast. pretty open and extremely wide. So we look forward to these guys running side by side all night long. As Josh now coming out, he gets out through his warm-up lap, and that was his first lap of 41.60. Greg Wellen now with a 41.49. He's sitting on pole. Marshall Hall jumps him now with a 41.39. Brian McFerrin. So you see these guys clicking in their first laps, a 41.41 for Josh Hanner. Randy Pepper with a 41.62, good enough for 7th place. Let's come into your fastest qualifier right now. Brian McFerrin in the Ford Mustang. That is a good-looking Ford Mustang, too. Chromed out with the blue. Josh Laston now, second lap, 41.15. Takes over pole. Greg Wellen, 41.19. As these guys continue just to click in laps, we take a look here at the number 45, Adam Wood. He had a great week running officials. He had 3 wins in official this week at Auto Club, so he's looking to bring a lot of that momentum to this Auto Club. Steve Gottschalk turns in a 41.19. He'll come up to second. Joe Dinsmore with his lap, he runs a 41.36. That's good enough for 9th place. As we see Steve Gottschalk, he's done with that 41.19. Joe still on the track. Justin Anderson, he comes out 41.10, but Adam Wood, 41.07. He'll be your new top qualifier. Blake Gordon on the track right now, as well as John Gordon, 41.23 for Blake. Brandon Bernhardt turns a 41.18. Joe Dinsmore also a 41.18. That'll be good enough for 5th fastest. Cody Mitchell here on the track, number 44. Right now, it is showing right now Cody Mitchell, the only one on the track. Adam Wood, it is showing him on the track. He's just out getting more practice. He's finished. Cody with a 41.70. First lap, that'll be good enough for 23rd fastest. Cody on his second lap coming out of turn 4. So he disappears on me there. All right, and there we go. That's the end of qualifying. So the field is set. Let's go ahead and grid these guys. Let's see where they are starting here tonight. Your top qualifier, Adam Wood. In second, Justin Anderson. In third, Josh Laston. Fourth, Brandon Bernhardt. Fifth, Joe Dinsmore. In sixth, Steve Gottschalk. Seventh, Greg Wellen. In eighth, Brian McFerrin. Ninth, Blake Gordon. Just behind him in 10th, his dad, John Gordon. In 11th, Mike Bass. 12th, it's Josh Hanner. 13th, we have Don Morkey. In 14th, Tim St. Jean. 15th, Marshall Hall. In 16th, Carl Henderson. In 17th, Dan Shirley. In 18th, Randy Pepper. 19th, Kevin Haas. And in 20th, Derek Schilling. 21st, Ed Springer. 22nd, Tony Pandon. 23rd, Cody Mitchell. And 24th, Teddy Weichel. In 25th, Dave Naughton. 26th, Blake Ziti. In 27th, Chris Oliver. 28th, Mike Burgess. 29th, Kevin Muller. And in 30th, we have Ross Gage. In 31st, Steve Dominy. 32nd, Justin Edwards. 33rd, Kevin Schmidt. And that'll round out the field. As you see there, the 28th on back. They opted not to take their qualifying time. So they are starting in the back here tonight. As the group heads out for their parade lap. Adam Wood's got to be feeling good. As I stated earlier, had a wonderful week here at Auto Club in the officials. He took 3 wins. I know he was feeling extremely optimistic heading into this week. The only thing with that, he does get a little bit of plagued with incidents, not always caused by him, and that generally is what kind of derails him. So I know he's hoping to keep his nose clean out here. He's got his teammate there in the number 73 of Justin Anderson on the outside of him. Hopefully it'll give him enough room so that way he'll be able to get clear of these guys and stay out front and hopefully stay away from any things going on. But pace car is off. Adam Wood will lead them down to the green flag. And green flag, we are racing. Justin Anderson with a great jump. And caution is out already. Caution has flown. We just made it into the first corner. Got a little crazy here to begin. Taking a look back here. Looks like they are already wrecking ahead there. That's Joe Dinsmore. Let's find Joe and just go ahead and give that a rewind. Take a look, see if we can see what happened. We will get into our chopper cam. I believe that's the 51. Just kind of clips and gets him loose and sends him up. That's the 58 flipping over. Looks like John Gordon, the 19, the 82, all caught up in this early incident. John on his side. They call him Flipper. I believe somebody was heading down to hopefully be able to push him over. Oh, that is not John. John actually is going to try to help out. Oh, and they took a tow. John was actually going to push, I believe that was Mike Bass in the 58 to try to avoid from having to tow. Unfortunately, he towed, and now he's sitting in the pits. But that brings the first caution out here tonight. Don't expect any pit stops, obviously, because we just started. So we'll reset the field and get ready to go. Adam dropped 2 positions in one corner. So this is kind of what I meant, that this track really open. It's going to lend itself to multiple different lines. Should make for some extremely exciting racing when these guys get going. Just like we've seen in the NASCAR Cup Series today, they kind of, right off the bat, everybody kind of starts jumping out in, and they kind of spread out like bees. That's this track lends itself to that. Causes a lot of congestion, and you got to hope that the guy next to you knows that you're there. If not, it could just cause a massive issue. Justin Anderson and the number 73 Postal Chevrolet. He has been strong again all season long, grabbing a TNT win in week 1, grabbing the Daytona opener win, and grabbing a Truck Series win. So this guy, he's had a heck of a week. Again, in the trucks, he's won at Auto Club. That was week 1 of the Truck Series. He's going to look to hopefully repeat. Lessons learned off of how this track runs, what the best lines are. Mind you, what the best line in for the trucks is not guarantee that it's the best line for these Cup cars. While we have a second, I want to appreciate everybody out there watching, tuning in. We have 100 laps here at the Auto Club Speedway. Where's everybody from? Who are you rooting for? That's morally what I'm interested in. Who we have out there rooting for the what driver? Right now we have Justin Anderson, your leader, followed by Brandon Bernhardt, Adam Wood, Steve Gottschalk in 4th, and Josh Laston in 5th. Your big movers right now, Marshall Hall's jumped up 6 spots since that, just from the start to the next corner, to the first corner, and he jumped up 6 spots from 15th to 9th. So heck of a jump for Marshall Hall already in this race. We've also got some other guys. Kevin Haas has made 5 spots. He's up to 14th. We have Derek Schilling grabbed 4 spots up to 18th. David Naughton up 5 spots. Blake Zede up 5. Chris Oliver up 5. Steve Dominy is up 8. We now have Ross Gage up 5. Justin Edwards up 5. Seen a lot of love for Cody Mitchell out there. So you guys are tracking. Cody right now is running, showing in 28th, but we are back. Green flag racing. Great jump by Justin Anderson in the number 73. Has a little bit of a gap there. Adam Wood able to clear Brandon Bernhardt and slide up in front of him as they head down into turn 1. And caution is back out. Caution has come back out already. These guys just making 1 lap. Let's see if we can find what happened here. Seeing Brian McFerrin off track. Oh, that's a little late. Doesn't look like my system wants to grab everything here. As we got a car just gets loose there. We actually had 2 cars. Brian McFerrin got loose. Marshall Hall also involved in this. I believe that is Marshall that got loose there. Carl Edwards in the 31. Everybody there just behind them. You see everybody starting to scatter. Big wreck there, as that would have been our first lap under green here tonight. 100 laps here tonight. So hopefully we get some more green flag racing here. I know these guys are itching to get back to green flag racing. So if you guys are new out here, just so you guys are tracking, iRacing allows these guys to have a fast repair. Fast repair is, if they take damage, they can jump into the pits. It'll fix their car 100% like brand new. They can jump back out there. There's no time out of the pit stop. So they don't have to worry about sitting there waiting for repairs. With that being said, they're only allotted 1. So if you use that fast repair now, you have to survive the rest of the 93 laps with no fast repair. So any damage you sustain, you will be dealing with that all racing, and you just got to hope it's not terminal. We seen it last week. Marshall Hall, he took an early wreck, actually 2 early wrecks, I believe it was, and he just limped along. He was a lap down, I think up to 3 laps down at one point, but he chugged along. He was able to get some lucky dogs, and he worked his way back, and then about 10 laps to go, he came in and he used his fast repair. He didn't have to use it the entire race. Luckily, he just was able to sustain with the damage that he had, and he took that fast repair there at the end, and he ended up finishing 7th. And that just goes to show you there's a little strategy when it comes to using that fast repair as well, just as fuel and everything else. I keep seeing a lot of love for Cody Mitchell out there, and I love it. And you're right, Nick Rowe, you're absolutely right. Cody Mitchell right now, He is up 8 spots, and he's up to 15th position. So he's gradually working his way up here tonight. I also want to point out there's a comment from Derek S. Here on YouTube. Derek S. is Derek Schilling. Derek Schilling is currently running 34th position. So he's in the pits. So I can't make fun of him for texting and driving right now because he's not driving. Hopefully he's able to get that car fixed. Derek, since you're sitting out there watching, man, are you done already with fast repairs? Do you still have one? Are you conserving? What you got going on, brother? All right, pace car's lights are off. We're about to go back green flag racing here. 2 cautions so far early. This is going to be a tricky track. We see these cars getting very slippery. As I stated earlier, watching the NASCAR Cup Series, those cars were extremely slick out there. So I know here in the iRacing sim, they're going to act just almost the exact same. Extremely slick, especially till these guys get some heat up in them tires. So hopefully on this, some of these guys, you know, the guys will take it a little bit easier, get some heat in them tires, and we'll get some green flag laps here. Pace car has ducked off. It is now on Justin Anderson. There he goes, accelerating. We are back green flag racing at Auto Club Speedway. Lap 9 of 100. And another car going around, no caution yet. That was Josh Laston. Let's take a look, see what happened to Josh Laston. He in the 94 just barely touched. That's going to send him down. Oh, hard into that inside wall. Hits the nose. And he takes the toe. Now we got a battle for the lead here. Adam Wood side by side. Blake Gordon, though, he's now up 6 spots. He's looking inside, outside, looking towards the middle. As I stated earlier, these cars can go 5 wide if they really want to out here. As Blake Gordon now looking towards the inside of Adam Wood. They are 3 wide coming down the front stretch in the tri-oval. Justin Anderson will lead that lap. But Blake Gordon, he looks like he might be able to complete the pass here on the 45 of Adam Wood as Justin Anderson jumps to that low line. Just there on looking as well, 94 of Greg Wellen, the 70 of Brandon Bernhardt. And because I know there's so many people out there watching, here comes the 44 of Cody Mitchell, up 14 spots now into 9th place. On his tail, Ross Gage up 20 spots into 10th. Adam Wood now, he's dropped back 6 spots. He's sitting, or excuse me, 5 spots, sitting in 6th position. Your leader though, Justin Anderson. Blake Gordon just happy to follow right now. As your top 4, your top 2 all over each other. Your 3rd and 4th all over each other. And you got a nice little gap here to the 94 or 91 of Steve Gottschalk. As the number 7 now looks to the inside. Dan Shirley goes to the inside there on Adam Wood as they make the pass. Adam, a little bit off pace, makes you wonder what's going on with that car. Just behind him now, looking to make up a little bit more time. That's the 44 of Cody Mitchell. We have a battle now for the lead. Blake Gordon, he's on the inside of Justin Anderson as they head into turn 3. Now, Justin Anderson on that outside, generally you carry a little bit more momentum on that outside, but obviously the inside is the shorter way around the track. From what I've seen, if you could get to that inside, you can make the pass, but you're going to have to scrub the top side speed off. You're going to have to do a little slide job. Just get up in front of first place, and that'll cause them to have to check up a little bit. That's the way to make that pass. Here comes now the number 94, Greg Welland, just running that outside, keeping that momentum up. As he and Blake Gordon side by side coming down the backstretch. Blake now jumping up just behind the 94. He's going to get back there to his draft. On the move right now, Joe Densmore. He's looking at the number 12 of Randy Pepper. He is all over the back of Randy Pepper, pulling that draft, looking inside, looking outside. Gets back into the draft. Randy having a strong run here in 12th position. Cody Mitchell now, he's made another move. He's up 15 spots, up to 8th place as he gets around Adam Wood. He'll put his head down and look to charge as he's trying to catch Dan Shirley, the number 49, in 7th place. And we got more of a battle here up front. There goes Blake Gordon. He makes the move here on Greg Welland, the number 94. Greg loses a little bit there on that low side. That allows Blake to get behind Justin Anderson. Caution's out. Caution has come back out. So we take a look at the number 12. Gets loose. Comes down, slides up, tries to save it. Backs it up into the wall. Some maneuvers. There goes the 99 Dan Witt. The 69 of Justin Edwards. Hard hit by Randy Pepper. A lot of smoke, a lot of damage on some cars. And that will bring the caution back out. We are at lap 17 of 100. Your leader, Justin Anderson, followed by Blake Gordon, Greg Welland, Brandon Bernhardt, and Steve Gottschalk. Again, track extremely slippery out here. Let's see if these guys look to come to the pits. Here comes Justin Edwards. Blake Gordon playing a little bit of cat and mouse game with everybody else. He comes in. Looks like the entire field's on their way down. Got some red here on my screen. Let's see if we can take a look. Oh, Steve Domi just gets a little loose here under caution. Hands up to the wall. Catches the 18 of Josh Last, and that's unfortunate. Who will win the race off pit row? Rick said, who's going to be my hero this year? Rick, you could take the popular vote because I have a feeling if I asked who's everybody's hero this year, it's going to be Cody Mitchell, because that's outside of Derek, who commented. That's all that's been commenting is people written for Cody Mitchell. So if you want to go with the majority, 44 is the way to go. If you want to go with the dark horse, can I suggest the 45? Perhaps maybe Joe. How about your brother? You could take your brother, Rick. Where's Don at? You could take Don. Don Warnke right now. He's running in 23rd position. See, Christy just said that Cody's her hero. Well, Rick, you don't have to get over Blake. He is sitting right here. He's on the track. He's on the track, Rick. I see that you're a Cowboys fan. It makes sense. The Cowboys, Blake Gordon, it works. I don't know if he's a Cowboys fan, but it works. He said Don sleeping somewhere in the back. Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Pace cars lights are off. We are about to go back green flag racing. As you see cars getting the wave around right now. As the guys start lining up 2 by 2. Justin Anderson on the outside. Greg Willen on the inside. There you go. Derek Schilling said, "We free pass." Derek, quit texting and driving. One day he's going to text, "I'm winning this race," as he's winning the race. I feel it. I know it's going to happen, and it's going to make my heart extremely happy. I want everybody to know that. We are on lap 19 of 100 here at the Auto Club Speedway. Oh, Justin Edwards is showing in first place. Now, mind you, Justin Edwards, I don't believe, pitted on that lap. So we'll see how this plays out for him. He was involved in an earlier incident, so he probably didn't need to pit. And we'll see how this works out for him with all these guys. Fresh tires. Again, everybody here is going to have to let their tires warm up. Pace car is off. It'll be on the leader. And they're off. Green flag. We are back to racing. Justin Anderson there on the outside. Justin Edwards jumps down to that low side. I think he did it. Got his little track position. And he's just going to be comfortable letting these guys get going, as Justin Edwards gets a great jump. Blake Gordon right now, he's on that low side, slides up in front of Greg Welland. As you see these guys 3 wide running back there, some exciting racing. As I stated earlier, this is an extremely wide track. You could put these cars about 5 wide. As the number 91, Steve Gostrot, gets a little sideways. He's able to gather it up. Look, he's drifting around turn 3 and 4. Wreck, though, we see the 95, 45. Who else in that one? By this time, it is already happening. So let's get into the chop review. SDK is just not liking trying to pick up wrecks this year. I see the 45 there. Let's take a look from the 45 here. Gets loose. Little sideways. The 44 slams up into the 95. That causes a chain reaction. I believe the 44 just got loose. And again, I'm really thinking that this is just what's happened to these guys out here. This track extremely loose. These cars they love to slide. We're going to look at the 44, Cody Mitchell here. You can see his nose dip a little bit there. Yeah, and that car was loose and just went up on the track on him as he hit the 95. Joe Dinsmore. A lot of cars in pit row right now. We only have about 14 cars out. Interested to know who's got what right now as far as fast repairs and everything else going on. Blake Gordon showing as your leader, followed by Justin Anderson, Brandon Bernhardt, Dan Shirley, Greg Willen are your top 5. And while we have a quick second, let's go ahead and hear from one of our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second?
Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go to guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
And we're back. We are about to go back green flag racing here. When we do, we'll just be shy of a quarter of the way through here tonight. Pace car's lights are off. Just so everybody's tracking, because I do see some more love going out for Cody Mitchell. He's right now in 23rd position. As you see, back on the track, got a little bit of a damaged car. Be interesting to see how much that affects him the rest of this race. Interested to know, does he have a fast repair? Cars are lining up side by side as we prepare to go back green flag racing here at Auto Club Speedway. Pace car is off. Again, it'll be on the leader here. They do not, this league, when Pace car leaves, it's on the leader, which he takes off. Blake Gordon now. Green flag is out. It is on the leader, and when the leader wants to go, the only time it is on the flag man is on the initial start of the race. Blake gets a heck of a jump here as he goes into turn one. It's a nice little gap between he and Justin Anderson. Just behind them, we have Brandon Bernhardt in fourth, Dan Shirley. Fifth, Greg Wellen. In sixth, Brian McFerrin. You see these guys are almost 4 wide back here. There they are, 3 wide heading into this corner. Cody Mitchell there on the inside of that as the 82, 99 almost come together. 99 gets a little bit loose. Loses it. Let's go with the blimp view on this one. So you see the 99, 82 almost come together. 99 tries to go up, gets loose right there, comes down, comes up into the 6, grabs the 12, 26, almost gets the 18, 12 upside down. I hope he's not in VR. He might puke. That's Randy Pepper. 26, 58. Big wreck. And I know these guys are starting to run out of these fast repairs. Well, as I look, I would pull in Cody Mitchell and we would talk to him. But Cody is not in Discord. So I can't do that. So that makes me kind of sad. But let's find somebody else here to pull in. Who's on? Let's see here. Let's talk to Carl. Hey, Carl, it's Larry in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I got you, man.
Hey, buddy. Looking good out there. You're making some nice moves. Currently up 6 spots in the 10th spot. Man, track seems a little slick. How's it feeling out there?
Oh, man, I love it. This is we ran a fun race here a few weeks back, and I ran really well. And I feel good out here. I got caught up in A wreck earlier in the race, which had to use my fast repair on. But man, I really love running this track. It feels great right now, and hoping we can have a longer run because I think that might be my strength.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It seems like a lot of slick, tires going on out there. I got to know if you get a longer run, will there be a little bit more traction in the tires, or is this just the MO for this track and these cars that they're really slick?
Yeah, 3 and 4 are gonna, especially on the exit 4 when you get on the throttle, it's gonna stay slick even on a longer run. Like it'll still snap on you. It gets a little better. I mean, the biggest difference on a longer run is that the car is going to tighten up a lot on entry, and you gotta slow down a lot more on entry to try to get it to turn or run a higher line. So, the car will evolve, but that turn 3 and 4, people are going to have to be really careful on that all night.
Do you have a preferred line here? I know this track's got like 5-6 different lines. Is there what is the fast line here? Is it going to be the outside carrying the momentum, or is it taking that shorter way there on the inside?
Oh, dude, it depends entirely on who you're racing against and at what point you are in your run. I would prefer being on the outside of most people, but there are times I'm going to take it on the inside as well.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, we're going to put you back with your team. Good luck to you the rest of the race, man.
All right, thanks, bud.
And that's Carl Henderson of Closed Circuit Racing, currently sitting in 10th position. Pace cars lights are off. Cars are going 2x2 as we get ready to go back green flag racing here, just over a quarter of the way through the race here tonight. Your leader, Blake Gordon, followed by Justin Anderson, Brandon Bernhardt, Greg Wellen, Dan Shirley, Marshall Hall, and Josh Hanner, Brian McFerrin, Kevin Muller, and Carl Henderson, your top 10. As of right now, we have 24 cars on the lead lap. Cody Mitchell is the last car on the lead lap. So far, quite a bit of cautions, but as you heard Carl, that turn 3, turn 4, especially coming out of turn 4, is going to stay slick this entire race. So again, hopefully these guys take a little easy here coming out. They get some heat into these tires and we get some green flag laps going. Pace car dips off. Again, it goes on to the leader. When will Blake Gordon take off? Green flag. We are back racing. Blake Gordon with a nice jump. He's got Brandon Bernhardt, his teammate there in Endeavor Racing, all over the back of him, giving a nice push down that front stretch. They're going to easily clear the number 73 of Justin Anderson as they head into turn 1. See one car get loose there. He's able to save it. We are still green flag here. Justin Anderson now, he's looking on the inside here. The number 70, Brandon Bernhardt, as they come out of turn 3. Brandon Bernhardt able to clear him. He will continue on. Justin Anderson drops back just a little bit. He will mount another drive here. Maddie says that Cody is in VR, but he'll try to join the Discord. Maddie, we do appreciate it.
Hey, Larry, if you share your screen, I'll help you out here.
Hey, check this out. What are the odds that we would have Randy Pepper here tonight?
The odds are really good. That racetrack is very, very slick here, bud. I'll tell you what. A lot of pandemonium working around out there.
Well, hey, you got. Can you see it now?
Yes, sirree.
All right. Just to get you caught up, man. Right now, we're taking a look here at Blake Gordon's got a nice gap here over Brandon Bernhardt, and then he's got a lot of pressure here from Justin Anderson in the 73.
Anderson's going to try to catch up to the 70 car, and we'll see if he can get around him. But as I said, the track is very slick in 3 and 4. As you come out of 3 and 4, you really got to be twinkle toes, to say the least, because you just never know when that car is going to go sideways. But he's got a great run on him, and he's working that inside line as Brandon's will pull the car down and break that momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. And this was a lot that we've seen in the NASCAR Cup Series earlier. The passes coming from the inside are pretty hard. I mean, you are on that shorter line, but that outside keeps up with so much momentum that you've just got to get in front of them on that low part, and then you got to scrub their momentum by just coming up in front of them and hope that you don't clip them. Yeah,
that's exactly what everybody's trying to do. And like I said, the 3 and 4 is just the terror out there. It really is. There's so many guys, especially in the back of the pack. Some of these guys up front, like Brandon and Justin and Blake and all those guys. These guys have really figured out this setup. Where the guys in the back, they really haven't figured out how that pinion works yet, and really struggling. And you can see it, like myself. It's a struggle back there. If you don't know how to set these cars up, you're going to have a hard time. Where these good guys up here, they've figured it out.
Well, if you see our pole setter there, Adam Wood, he's making a drive here. He was involved in an earlier incident, but he's making a run here. He's back up to 7th place as he passes Josh Hanner.
Yeah, he's got around him, and he's got quite a few laps left. And we've only got 33 laps down, or 33 laps that have been completed out of 100. So Adam's got a lot of time to just kind of bide his time and just run behind, everybody up there running 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm sure he can make his way around 2 or 3 of those cars, if not all of them, before long.
It seems like everybody's starting to settle in now. We're getting a little bit of a gap here. Justin Anderson was finally able to make the move here on Brandon Bernhardt, but Brandon Bernhardt not giving up. He's looking here on the inside, heading down into turn 3.
Yeah, Bernhardt's working down. Oh, they get together. Oh, boy. Great driving by both of them, because it doesn't take much for the car to get squirrely out here tonight. So a great job by both of those drivers to keep it in the right direction. But Brandon's going to have to work another lap to try to get around him.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen it a lot here tonight. These cars, once they touch a little bit, you upset that car just in the slightest bit, it's hard to save it. We've seen it. 1 or 2 saves here tonight were pretty good, but for the most part, they're just. I had to ask Carl. We had him in the last caution, and he said it's just these cars, they're slick.
Yeah, it's very, very slick. There's no doubt about it. And a lot of guys, you see a lot of guys that have got loose, and they're saving it, and they're getting it gathered up, but they're sideways at that point. And what happens is the guy behind him doesn't get out of it, and he gets into him, even though the guy is saving the wreck at that point. It doesn't, it doesn't equal out, to say the least.
Yeah, we're taking a look here as we're looking at Marshall Hall, and he's got Adam Wood giving him all kinds of fits here just behind him.
Marshall's had a really good return to racing with the AOLL, so he's looking really good tonight in that SRT Mustang.
Yeah, I was ready to say, that's really throwing me off. Cody has the same thing. Cody Mitchell has the same thing. And I didn't want to say anything because it was throwing me off. But here, you take a look at it. It's a Mopar Charger, but it's a Mustang.
Yeah.
So it just threw me off.
What, do you think they put another car out there for you?
Because there was rumors that Dodge is going to make their return back to NASCAR. And we know that if they do end up making this return back to NASCAR, we'll see them in iRacing. So I was kind of wondering if iRacing was just going ahead of the times and just throwing them in there.
I mean, there's no doubt about it that the car on the side says Dodge, but the front definitely says Chevrolet, or Ford actually.
I can't really tell. The front to me actually looks like the Dodge Charger right now, but the back screams Mustang.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see Adam Wood working on the back bumper of that SRT of Marshall Hall. Marshall Hall definitely got his hands full. Adam's going to try the outside groove and try to get a run off the turn down the back straightaway. And it does work. He is able to clear the Marshall Hall number 1. And so Adam Wood picks off another position and heads towards the front of the pack.
Yeah, and we're starting to see here this second through fifth, they are catching Blake Gordon here. The gap right now is only showing about a tenth of a second.
Wow, they are definitely coming. Yeah, they're right there behind him. You got Anderson and Bernhardt right there. Anderson running the bottom groove, Bernhardt running that outside groove. Now they'll all tuck in nose to tail as they go down the back straightaway with Blake Gordon leading the way.
Well, we know that the number 73, Justin Anderson, he's had a heck of a week here racing. I mean, he took the Daytona 300, and then he took the opening race for the trucks, which was here at Auto Club. So it's interesting to see, and I kind of want to be able to speak with him if that helped him at all with this track. Now, obviously, completely different vehicles, but just learning these different lines, if that's assisting him here tonight.
You know, I would like to say it would, but I don't think it does. This setup is so drastically different than any setup we've had in a while. So I'm not so sure about that. Like I said, it's just a very unpredictable setup.
Yeah, and then you see second, third, and fourth. They're all over each other. They spanned out there. I thought there for a second they were all going to make a nice run and go 3 wide. As right now, Brandon Bernhardt has all kinds of fits as he's got Greg Welland giving him a push there. I know that Brandon was probably hoping he'd be able to give him enough push heading down there in turn 1 and make a run here on the 73.
If they can hook up, they might be able to get around Justin, but it doesn't seem like they're going to stick nose to tail. It looks like Welland is going to try to get around Bernhardt and take that position and try to do it on his own. So we'll see if that Welland car can get around the 73, but that's all to be said.
Woo!
Whoa.
There it was, man. He tried to slide, and then he realized he was not clear. And as you see, it cost him a little bit of speed there.
Yeah, I'm sure he had to get off the throttle there because, like I said, it's unpredictable, and that's exactly where the problem is. Right as you get into turn number 4, the car just kind of seems to want to break loose right at the entrance of pit road.
Yeah, these guys running side by side. It's rather impressive, though. You don't see, like some tracks, when you start getting side by side, the other cars will just leave you. Here at Auto Club, they're losing a little bit, but it's not as bad as you would think running side by side like they just did for a good 2-3 laps.
Yeah, actually, side by side is not bad. You don't have a problem side to side. It's nose to tail that it seems to upset the car really bad. So that's where you're going to see the problems. It's if you got somebody behind you or in front of you, the car just doesn't seem to want to go in the right direction all the time. You see Carl Henderson out there working around in the number 31, trying to get around the Nerf car.
Steve Gottschalk just made that pass. That's going to get him up to 13th, drop Carl back to 14th.
Yep.
I'm impressed to see Nerf back with Steve Gottschalk. It's good to see. Every now and then, as we know, he kind of loses a sponsor. I think that's only for road courses, though.
You know, that Nerf sponsorship has been on that car for a good 25, 30 years. So
Justin Anderson, he is making a heck of a charge right now. So he's starting to catch Blake Gordon here, but they are catching lap traffic. Now, it'll be interesting to see what line the lap traffic chooses to take. Again, this being such a big track, all these lines are raceable. So which line do they take to avoid these guys? And does it cost our leader here any time?
Yeah, they're coming up on Justin Edwards in that 69 car. They'll go dive down onto the bottom of the track to get around the 69 car. They'll go across the line. They'll head towards turn number 1. They tuck up right in front of that 69 car, Edwards. As it's nose to tail, is Anderson just following in tow of the number 51 Blake Gordon. Blake Gordon leading the race tonight. 45 laps down at 100. This is the Ghost Fire Media Network on the air. It's Randy Pepper with Larry Patrick, who started the night alone, and I came in here to say, hey, what's happening, Larry?
It's good to hear your voice, man. I've missed working with you, and it's fantastic to have you. It does get kind of lonely up here, you know?
I agree, man. I know it's hard doing races by yourself. I've only done probably about 1,000 of them by myself. So, but eventually you get the groove of it and you just do your thing. So, but I would imagine you're probably going to hear me more often with you, because I got a feeling I probably won't run a lot of these races. I would probably prefer more to come up here and hang out with you if you don't mind.
No, I would absolutely love to have you, man. It would be awesome to have you up here, and we enjoy having the voice, man. The voice of the Ghost Fire Media.
I appreciate that very much. As you see, Marshall Hall looking to try to get around Kevin Moeller. Kevin Moeller celebrating today. Kyle Larson won today's race at Auto Club Speedway with the NASCAR Cup Series, and Kevin Moeller works at Hendrick Motorsports in the engine department. So it's probably a good day for him. You see the drive for 5 in the back of the car, and that 5 looks a lot reminiscent of the Kyle Larson car.
You know, that's a good tidbit there. I actually did not know that.
Yeah, he's worked there for a long time. Actually, I went up to Hendrick Motorsports many, many years ago, and was able to hook up with Kevin and hang out with him for a little while up there at Hendrick. I know the guy you're looking at right there, the number 45 of Adam the Wood. He was also able to as well. So
very nice, very nice. Hey, in the comment section, I just got an angry face from Don Warnke. I just want to point out, Don must have heard his comments from his brother Rick. Rick, you might be in trouble, buddy.
Yeah, sorry to see. Don was running really, really well, and I know Don is he was my teammate for many, many years, going back 25 years. Me and him were teammates at No Fear Racing, and Warriors No Fear Racing, and he just got all his stuff situated. He's finally looking like he might have something for these guys. Had a good qualifying effort. And unfortunately, the luck of the draw, some other guys got into a mishap, and Don just got collected in it like I did. So us Warrior guys aren't having a good night.
Yeah, as you see, they're putting Josh Lassen down another lap here as we take a look through the field, trying to find the best racing that we got here. Right now, we got Kevin Haas here in the 16th spot, number 3. And he's got about a 3-second gap here on Blake Ziti, the number 50.
Yeah, it's got a little gap there. I don't know what's happening with my screen here. I keep dropping out. I'm going black for some reason.
You got it?
No, it's frozen. So you might have to reset that for me.
All good. All good. We can do that quite easily. There you go.
Yeah.
As we currently are halfway through here tonight, and Justin Anderson mounting another charge here, gets the number 51 of Blake Gordon.
Yeah, I'm still locked up, but you go right ahead. I'll try to exit out of this thing and come back.
All right. As we see the number 73 all over the back of 51 of Blake Gordon here as they head down the front stretch. I don't foresee him being too overly aggressive right now. He's probably just going to run around with the ride as they look to put a little bit of a gap here on Dan Shirley, who's gotten around Brandon Bernhardt now for 3rd. Dan Shirley having a nice run here tonight. And coming up here, Adam Wood continues to gradually pick off some drivers here. Right now, he was fastest on that last lap with the 41.44. Almost doing an extra 4 there. As opposed to your leader, ran a 41.76. So Adam Wood is coming right now. He is working his way up through the traffic, or through traffic there, 41.58 on that lap. Currently, the fastest car in the field. as he's catching right now. He's looking at Brandon Bernhardt just in front of him there. Brandon Bernhardt, though, he's making a run here on Dan Shirley. So we're about to have a three-way battle for third place mounting up here. Adam Wood looks towards the inside as he comes down, looks on the inside of the number 70. Now they got the number 87 here to contend with as Derek Schilling stays high. That's going to allow these guys to get up underneath them as they go side by side. They are three wide heading into turn one. Adam Wood able to gap now Brandon Bernhardt as he runs that low line. He's going to slide up here, get behind Dan Shirley, and that'll give Adam Wood the position. Adam Wood now, he's on the inside of Dan Shirley. He's looking for that position as Cody Mitchell now, he is just in front of them going one lap down as Adam now clears Dan Shirley. Now the 70s following suit here. Brandon Bernhardt on the inside of Dan Shirley. He looks for the position.
Yeah, he's right there behind him, trying to make his way around to get around all those cars and just kind of settle in. He does, and they'll tuck in nose to tail behind him, which is always a good thing. Although he's got Shirley right on the back bumper of him. I'm sure that's making his car a little squirrely. As you see Justin Anderson trying to make his way around Blake Gordon. But I don't think he's going to do that. I think Justin's going to sit back there and just kind of bide his time until the time is right.
Well, and while I agree with that, I think these guys are going to have to start making a move here. Adam, well, and except for that lap, every lap before that, even working his way through traffic, Adam was the fastest driver on the track. He was the fastest car. That lap right there, that one's going to go to Blake with a 41.67, Justin with a 41.69, Adam just off of the 41.77. I'll be interested on this lap, though, because Adam's coming. He's moving through this field. He's been the fastest car on the track, even in traffic.
A lot of distance to cover, over 2 seconds of time to make up. So it's a lot of, he's not going to get any draft help for sure, being that far back. So he's going to have to do it all with power moves for sure.
41.58 from those guys, but there it is. 41.56 for Adam Wood. Also, looking a little further back, he's not the fastest right now. Josh Hanner right now with a 41.52 back in sixth place. He's making his move towards the front.
Hanner's a strong contender as well. Hanner is always one of those guys you want to watch out for. He's faster than you know what most of the time.
And as you see right there, the closed circuit, number 14, he's catching Dan Shirley and the number 49 and Brandon Bernhardt, who've just been going back and forth this entire race.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, he started to kind of drive back or fall back. I mean, Shirley's had a good night, but he has fallen back. There's a lot of guys tonight that you uncharacteristically, I can't even speak tonight, but you see a lot of these guys falling back or having bad nights. I mean, like Josh Lassen, who qualified so well and was running so fast in practice, he got collected in that big old mess earlier on as well, and he's way back there. So Tony Pandon's another one, Tim St. Jean, you know, a lot of these guys, unfortunately, are way back in the pack. Well, I mean, look at Randy Peppers all the way. I mean, he's way back there as well, 31st.
Hey, Randy, I'm going to say one thing, man. You were having a heck of a run, though, man. Unfortunate for you because you were, as we see Josh Hanner, he's able to get around Dan Shirley. He is all over the back of the number 70. Adam Wood, he's slowed up a little bit. Well, that was a 41.08. So he's fallen back just a tad bit. Maybe conserving, maybe not. Don't really know his strategy there. But what I was going to say is you were talking about Josh Laston. Hey, one thing for Josh Laston, he's had some unfortunate incidents, but at least he didn't mess up in the pits this race. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He hasn't. You see Hanner trying to make his way up there around Brandon Bernhardt to try to catch Adam Wood. We'll watch here for a couple laps and see if he can get around Brandon Bernhardt. He's got a good run this time down on the bottom of the track. Brandon Bernhardt's running that top groove, and he's going to lose the momentum, and that's going to allow that Josh Hanner car to get around The Brandon Bernhardt's of the 14 now set sail, trying to reel in the 45 of Adam the Wood. And we'll see if he can do it.
And he's been so strong here. I definitely think if these two could link up, it'd be interesting to see if they could just latch onto each other and make a run here at the top too.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. 59 laps down of 100, actually 60 laps down of 100 here. The AOLL Auto Club Speedway race here on the Ghostfire Media Network. Larry Patrick and Randy Pepper tonight on a Sunday evening, a nice night for racing. And we thank you for watching the broadcast tonight. And hopefully you'll tune in to some of our other broadcasts. Monday night, we've got the North-South League. And Wednesday night, we also have the Sim 500 Sherwood Diecast, which you'll hear myself and Nick Adams doing that one. Hopefully you join us for some of those other races as well.
Nick's going to be back this week, correct?
I believe so. I believe he got his computer problems fixed. So we'll be back. We had a great race last week. Me and Josh Laston had a really good race going on. As you see, there is a Josh Hanner jumping down to the bottom of the track, shoving Adam Wood to the top of the track. And they're side by side as they go down the back straightaway. But Hanner will have to tuck in right behind him and draft down the back straightaway. I imagine we're going to see him jump in turn number 3 and 4 and try to get something happening here. But no, Adam gets a great rocket shot down into the turn.
Again, Adam been super strong. Makes you wonder, did he conserve a little bit? Was he, I'm not going to waste everything right now. Be interesting to see on what happens here. But there you go. Brandon Bernhardt on the outside. He gets the run. He's going to pass Josh Hanner. And now Dan Shirley coming right back with Greg Welland just on the back of them.
You got to wonder if some of these guys maybe let off a little bit and let those tires cool down. And now the tires are back into that right temperature. And now they're back on the gas again to try to make some moves towards the end of the race here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're 62 laps in. I'm imagining what was the fuel for the race per stint.
We didn't get to find out.
Fair enough.
Ran long enough, so I can't tell you, but I'm going to estimate probably around 42 laps, maybe.
So I definitely think at this point we're going to have to see pit stops, obviously. So it'd be interesting to see who makes the mistakes, who don't. Right now, we are showing 20 cars on the lead lap.
20 cars still remaining, and the leader still is Blake Gordon and Justin Anderson, who have pulled away and left everybody else behind them in the weeds. Justin Anderson was able to clear Blake Gordon. We missed that, but they are leaving everybody else in the weeds, as they say in RC racing.
How can you take you seriously with that one?
It's actually, that's actually a term in RC racing, in some of the major RC races. They say, I'm leaving you in the weeds.
That's amazing. Hey, right now we're showing Blake Ziti, Marshall Hall entering the pits.
Pit stops are beginning.
Yeah, so I think we're going to start seeing them now. It'll be really interesting here. Kevin Haas shows entering the pits. It'll be interesting to see that. Will they have fuel for the remainder of this race? If you're saying roughly around 42 laps, then it'll be close.
Yeah, I'm thinking it may be less than that. If they're pitting now, I'm thinking it might be a little less than that.
Also, not knowing who's run what so far, right?
Yes. I mean, we're guesstimating at best, so don't hold us to anything, folks.
Please don't. Math is not my strong suit.
No, we'll leave that up to Nick. Nick is the math wizard as far as that goes.
So we've got right now from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. See, there's that math again. 7th. They were dead in line there on that backstretch. These guys are nose to tail as you see them fan out there in the turn. They'll make their passes, but there for a second, they were dead in a straight line.
They were. Now they're just kind of fanning out a little bit, trying to make some moves and trying to make, I'm sure a lot of these guys are thinking about, well, we're going to have to pit here shortly, and we need to figure out who's going to be inside and outside so nobody gets caught in the wrong position. Some of these teammates back here. let's see. I don't believe any of these 4 guys are actually your 5 guys are teammates either. So it really doesn't matter.
Hayner, no. No, I don't think they are.
No. And so this could be another move. These guys could actually be out here thinking of strategy. If I can block this guy out.
Shirley and Wellen.
Okay, 2 of them. And that's it.
Nope, I take that back. Shirley, Wellen, and Wood.
Oh,
we missed that. We missed that.
Yeah,
That's all Steel Horse Racing right there.
That's right. I always forget about that. I always forget that Wellen is on that team.
Yes.
I knew Shirley was, but I forgot Wellen was.
Well, shockingly, I knew Wellen was. I forgot Shirley was. And I forgot Adam was.
Yeah, Adam left First Response Racing a while ago, and actually, I think it was a really good move. He has really come alive, and those guys in that team have really shared some awesome information with him. And unfortunately, he doesn't like to share any of that information with his former teammates.
Hey, you can't make the former team strong.
Trust me, he could give us all the information he wanted to, and we would still suck.
3 wide. They are 3
Wow.
wide.
Look at that. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Thinking about 4 wide. Shirley thinking about making it 4 wide. As Neldo tuck in side by side. As Hanner thought he was going to pass Adam Wood, but Adam Wood said, no, not quite yet. Whoa, somebody gets loose back there and just saved it. I don't know who that was, but somebody was sideways right behind them.
Completely sideways.
Tremendous save, and luckily there was nobody behind them because that would have been a problem.
Absolutely. We take back a look back at our leaders here. As you see, Justin Anderson, Blake Gordon, they are just running 1-2. Pretty comfortable up there up front. Nothing crazy going on. They got 30 laps remaining here tonight, so I don't foresee them getting too wild until they're the end.
And lap 69, my wife's favorite number, is on the board. And here comes Justin Anderson jumping down.
Justin Anderson entering the pits. So first domino to fall for pit stops. Guess who's coming with him? Adam Wood. He's jumping in. So teammates there, but staying out, Greg Wellen and Dan Shirley.
Actually kind of surprised at that. Are you?
I am. It made sense for at least, the Steel Horse guys there to come down when Justin Anderson did, just in case Justin had a bad pit stop, right? Then he's got team to come with him. But to not bring the entire team, that's a little beyond me.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked at that, but I'm sure we'll see them either this lap or next lap.
Leader now heading to the pits is Blake Gordon heading down. Brandon Bernhardt also showing on his way down. Kevin Buller in. So that was going to leave us a new leader of the number 14, Josh Hanner.
Hanner, a closed circuit racing car, leading the field. But here comes Shirley diving to the bottom of the pack. And Shirley's going to stay out again and try to maybe lead a lap, get some 5 bonus points. Down the back straightaway, he's working on the inside quarter panel of that number 14. Will it work? He will. It looks like he's going to clear him.
And he is definitely going to clear him coming out of turn 4. They're going to stay out now. At this point, Josh Hanner is the lone man here. He's got no teammate up here. He's getting a massive push here from the 94, Greg Wellen, though. So I would suspect when Shirley comes in, Wellen's going to come in with him.
Yeah, I would expect the same thing. We saw Wellen giving Hanner just a tip on the back of that bumper.
Yeah, he was giving him a lot of that tip because he was pushing him down there. Pretty good. Nothing too crazy, but, I mean, definitely a hard push coming down that straight.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Now, Randy, seeing as that they've been racing around each other this entire time. Well, here's Hanner coming in. So Hanner coming in alone, I was just about to say, if you were Wellen, would you get on the inside of Hanner and you and Dan Shirley dip off and try to force Josh Hanner to stay on the track?
That would have been my move. Yeah, but they don't have to now. Now we see Hanner all by himself coming in.
Exactly. So now we got the 2 Steel Horse guys out. A little bit of a gap between Dan Shirley and Greg Wellen as these pit stops continue to cycle through.
Do we have a chart to know when these guys last pitted?
Yeah, sure. Let's look at. $55 laps ago.
And here they go, 55 laps. Wow. Getting a lot more gas than I thought they were
So
going to
yeah,
get.
so this should be the final pit stop. We were way off.
Yeah, way off.
Way off.
Like I said, there was nothing to compare to because we didn't get a long enough run.
Hey, I tell you what, man, it is kind of hard to do this when you're by yourself and you don't even make it through turn one and there's a caution.
Yeah.
As pit stops continue to cycle right now, Blake Gordon, he's going to come around. He will regain the lead with Justin Anderson all over him and Adam Wood, Josh Hanner. Marshall Hall makes a nice jump. He's up to 7th now.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I want to ask you, that first caution, we didn't even make it into turn number 1. We were back there, and it looked like Blake Gordon actually got into John Gordon, his dad, and brought out that first caution. Is that considered a Blake caution?
Hey, John, you're out there in TV land, man. Is that a Blake caution? I got to know. Which, by the way, I just want to point something out. It's very weird seeing Blake with 51 on the side of his car. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. It doesn't work for me. I just don't.
I don't like it.
I don't either. I don't know.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine somebody like Dale Earnhardt Jr. running a different number, Dale Earnhardt Sr. running a different number?
Well, Junior did.
When?
Junior actually ran the 8 car, and then he switched to the 88. So
Okay.
technically,
But
he
still
ran a
had
different
but
number.
He still had an 8. They were still
Well,
8s. Okay,
it's still 8s, but it wasn't the same number.
Jeff Gordon. If Jeff Gordon switches from 24,
Well, okay, so he went from the 1 to the 24.
oh,
yes.
but come on, he was known for the 24.
Yes, he was. But yeah, just say Jeff Gordon switched it from the 21 to the 89. Yeah, we would be like, what?
What is this going on, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, but it is a little bit more common now. If a lot of these drivers are switching teams more than they did in the past.
Yeah.
Oh, caution's out.
And- Oh,
Oh,
with 25
Kevin
laps
Moeller and
remaining.
Dan Shirley.
Rutrow.
And
you
Dan
see the
Shirley
car-
gets loose, comes up, catches the 72.
And what turn was that?
Turn 4.
Turn 4, exactly the same area I've said that the car does not like. There is something in that turn 4 that just upsets the car, especially on new tires. It's nothing you can correct. It doesn't matter who you are, as we saw. I mean, we know Dan Shirley's a really good driver, and he had no control over it. It's just like it reaches up and says, no, not your turn, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. But that was a heck of a run right there. That was a fantastic run by these guys. So it'd be interesting to see.
Let's just say I've got a bad suspicion that cautions breed cautions.
Well, at least I got somebody to talk to now. instead of just showing your face. Which, by the way, is still the best commercial that we have. Hey, if you're out there and you have a business or something like that and you would like to advertise here, hit up the Ghostfire Media channel and try to make a funnier commercial than the loser commercial from the Guitar Attic.
Yeah, if they do, I'm going to make one better.
I'm going to need to see this. I need somebody out there to make one better. And here we go.
Hey,
Cars are coming in.
Look, the 2 leaders are actually pitting.
Oh, we've got Blake Gordon. We've got Justin Anderson, Adam Wood, Josh Hanner. Mike Bass actually stayed out. Greg Wellman, Marshall Hall, Kevin Muller, Brandon Bernhardt, Dan Shirley, Steve Goshawk, Teddy Weichel stayed out. Let's see here. Cody Mitchell shows coming in. Oh, nope. He went back to... Let's see here. Let's see what
Do you realize Weichel started
He was coming
way in the back of the pack?
There's been some guys
Teddy-
that have made some big moves. Teddy Weichel's up 22 spots.
Yeah, he was way back there. He was way behind me, and he's all the way up there.
Kevin Muller's up 17 spots. Mike Bass is up 10 spots. let's see here. We have Marshall Hall up 9. Cody Mitchell's up 8. Blake Ziti up 10. There's been some big movers here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot of guys did get taken out on those other incidents, so that kind of made if you survived those incidents, you made some spots up. That's for sure.
And here comes Cody Mitchell back in. Now, I think I know what he's doing right now, and if he's doing what I think he's doing, it's brilliant. He's taking his pit stops, not losing that lap, and getting the damage on his car repaired. Because I believe he's at a fast repair, so he's just coming in, stopping, getting some of the damage fixed, and then taking off. Now, he may have got a splash of fuel there.
Gas.
I couldn't
He
see.
got some fuel.
Yeah. He may have got some fuel there, but I believe that was the second time he's come into the pits. My thing
I'm not
says
sure
great
why he
going
did
crash.
that either.
Let's
The only thing I can figure he wanted
he just
to.
stopped.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe Cody came in just to fall to the back of the pack.
Maybe I don't know. We'll never know. Apparently, he is in VR. He was going to try to join into the Discord so that way we could pull him in and talk to him. I don't know if you know this, man, but he's got the biggest fan base of anybody in this league.
Cody, really?
Beyond, man. I mean, it is gigantic. Everybody has been commenting for Cody.
Wow.
Except for John and Rick. But even I tried to steer Rick because Rick was like, who's going to be my new superhero this season? I told him Cody. Go with the majority, man.
Cody Mitchell, the Superman.
Yeah.
Hey, ho, Superman.
I mean, he's got blue on his car. I don't see any red, though. I don't see any red going on there.
Well, I guess when he gets around me, I'll have to just let him go away so nobody gets mad at me. I don't want his fans to hate me.
Yo,
that's
what I'm saying. Like, at this point, I'm glad I'm in here and not out there. I end up wrecking him. I'm gonna get some hate mail or death threats.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be like Sterling Marlin or something, you know.
See, I don't even let my wife watch this stuff because if she watches this stuff, she's just gonna make fun of me the whole time.
Hey, the pace car lights are off on top of the car. The field is stacked up 2x2, door handle to door handle, lug nut to lug nut. We're going back to green flag racing. Pace car is off. Here we go. The front row is ready to go. Here they go, and I'm waiting for the green to fall, and it's not falling. There it goes. Finally.
Mike Bath playing a little bit of games there with Teddy Weichel. Obviously, as I stated, that green flag drops on the lead car. They're 4 wide right now, going through turn 1, coming out of turn 2. Now dropping to 3 wide as Blake Gordon and Justin Anderson went right through the middle there to go 1-2 now.
Yeah, I see that. They're just like, we're going to leave you guys behind. We got fresh tires, and we're the only guys that know how to control this car.
Well, I don't know. Look who's right behind them. Marshall Hall. Now, I don't know, Randy. Oh, Blake got sideways. He's sideways right now.
Oh,
sideways.
Number
Caution
4
is out.
Don't hit the wall. Don't hit the wall. Don't hit the wall.
Woo. Oh, 82. 18.
Mike. Yeah.
Brandon
Mike
Bernhardt
slammed
crashed.
the wall. Wow. Pandemonium broke loose on the
70
turnbuckle there, buddy.
Hey, 72
look
got
at
sideways. Caught the 70. Look, I mean, we got cars going through them. I believe that's the 94 that just went through. Oh man, let's go back. Let's get a better view. Let's go with the blunt view. I like the blunt view. Well, let's rewatch that. 72 gets sideways, comes down, catches the 70, puts him over the wall. Cody Mitchell gets through it. 96 gets caught. Carl Henderson goes through 2 different cars. We see Justin, the 69 car. Why can I not think of his
Justin
name?
Edwards.
Thank you.
Justin Edwards.
There's so many Justins in here. I want to call everybody Justin Anderson. Like,
But did you see how Carl Henderson drove through that? Netcode just said, "See you later."
just let him
Netcode
go.
just worked. The seas parted for him, and he just went. I'm going right through. Jesus is on my side.
Hey, and the funny thing is, he lost his hood, and then he didn't lose his hood.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, but
He was like Benny Hahn. I heal you.
hey, but I'll tell you right now, this is gonna be interesting to see. Blake right now is showing in 16th spot. I'm interested to see what he can do here. We know Blake is super fast. super fast.
Yeah, let's see how fast he is coming from the back of the pack.
Exactly. Let's see how fast he can work through it with 19. What'll be less than 19 laps? I'm guessing about 17 laps to go when we go back to green flag racing. Right now, Carl Henderson, Blake Ziti, and Mike Burgess all showing in the pits. Hey, for the fans out there, give you another quick little checkup. Gary, Cody actually did survive that wreck, and to give you guys the little update here, Cody Mitchell right now is showing an 8th. So this guy was 24th place after an incident earlier, and he has worked his way back up to 8th. So he's having a really strong run here. And by the way, I want to point out that how we talked about the death threats and stuff, Randy. His wife Maddie said, "Yes, tread carefully."
Ooh. I don't think she's seen me.
Everybody's seen you that watches this because they see the commercial.
Oh, that's true. You know, hey, I have to tell you, I'm a chick magnet. Chicks dig me.
You kill me, man.
I'm a chick magnet with a heart problem.
Christy said Maddie gets that from her mama. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. You know,
hey,
you know what we're missing.
I would. What was that again?
You know what we're missing.
What are we missing?
I'm missing the Mama Man Boy freaking comments.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean the hot Carl and all the good fun stuff.
Oh, Carl asked me not to call him that.
I call him that. I don't care. I even brought saran wrap just in case.
Hey, so, Maddie says she's seen the commercials and then she put a laughy face.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But anyways, I would like to see if Cody's car has any damage on that left-hand side, because it did look like, I thought he got a little piece of that.
No, Cody got through that scot-free, man.
Okay, I thought he just got a little.
And mind you, earlier he had stripes all down the right side of his car. Those are fixed. Both sides look extremely clean right now. So he looks to have 100%. His car is good. As you see the front end, I don't see any damage.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good.
Back end, no damage. Still throwing me off with this Dodge Charger thing and a Ford Mustang back end, but.
Hey, I should be driving one of those. I drive a Chrysler, so.
I digress. Well, he works at a Chrysler dealership.
Can he? I wonder if he can fix my Pacifica and tell me what the heck's wrong with it.
You're driving?
No, it's not driving. It's like the stupid transmission problem. They all have it.
I've seen you race.
Oh.
Hey, pace car's off. We are going back to green flag racing. Justin Anderson with a quick start there. That's going to allow them to clear Marshall Hall. Adam Wood there. Steve Gottschalk just behind Adam Wood. But Marshall making a nice run here on that low side.
Yeah, he's not going to let Justin get away. He's not going to let him say shamalama my ding dong quite yet.
Hey, and look who's moving up from 8th already to 6th. Cody Mitchell there on that low side.
Yeah, he is definitely making some moves, although we see the Welling car dive to the inside, going to make it 3 wide and make it to the bottom of the track to try to get around Cody. Cody nearly gets into, I think that was Hanner on the outside.
That is a 64 sideways. Trouble. Cody, with the evasive maneuver, goes into the pits. Holy cow, caution's back out. Woo.
Cautions breed cautions.
The only one that it's showing right now that's red is the 29. You see him lock it up and he lost control of it. Slams into the wall, but obviously there was a host of issues there just before that.
I'd like to know who's driving the 0 car, because he's on every podium of the scoreboard.
Well, let's look. And I hate to say this. It looks like our buddy, the 45, was involved in that as well.
Yes, it does look like Adam the Wood got him a piece of that, and he might have got some damage.
Well, let's look here. So you got Marshall Hall there on the inside. You got Justin Anderson on the outside. Justin gets a little squirrely there. Tags the wall. Adam loses it. Tags. Nothing. Ends up in the
nothing.
pits.
He did not.
Almost. Wow, what a save. Oh, man.
Adam wooed the brakes down.
But guess what that does? That puts Marshall Hall in the lead.
Marshall Hall, for the first time tonight, is leading.
And we have
As
cars
a-
coming to the pits. One of
Oh,
those
yeah.
being Cody Mitchell. I am curious why Cody's coming in right now.
Well, I'm sure he's having a black flag cleared for sure because he did come down pit road too fast. So I know that's
well.
one
He's
thing.
getting tires right now, so that's what he's doing. We have 15 laps. I'm going to guess roughly around 12 laps remaining when we go back to green.
Where is our alien? 11th, or is he?
Yeah, he is in 11th right now. So already that massive issue that was out there, that wreck, that allowed Blake Gordon to make a massive jump. And here he is in 11th.
So with 15 laps, actually we'll get back for probably about 13 laps when we go back to green flag racing.
I mean,
If all things go, can he make it all the way up there?
well, let's look here. We have Marshall Hall, who's been just consistent tonight. He's, been methodical, been even in some incidents, and has worked his way up here. He's running first. Greg Welland in second. We got Steve Gottschalk, Josh Hanner, who's worked his way up. Kevin Haas, who we haven't talked about hardly any tonight. Consistent, stayed clean. Here he is now running fifth. Carl Henderson was down a lap. I watched him go down a lap earlier. Gets his lap back. Now he's up to sixth. Teddy Weichel worked his way up. He's up in seventh. He's up 17 spots. Blake Ziti is up 18 spots, up to eighth. Ed Springer, another one, super consistent. Here he is sitting now ninth. I don't remember seeing him getting involved in anything. Dan Shirley in
I
10th.
think he was in one. Yeah, he was in one,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he was. I didn't catch that, but
I still have spin off of me, so that's all I know.
so then you got Blake. He's up into 11th. Justin Anderson up to 12th. Cody Mitchell coming in. That's going to drop him to 13th, but that doesn't hurt because he's on fresh tires with Justin Anderson. So that doesn't hurt too bad, right? I mean, he's like the second person with fresh tires on the track.
Right. The guy I'm really going to watch out here. I'm gonna say Hanner's the man to watch.
You're going with Hanner?
I'm thinking Hanner's the man to watch. I mean, even though we've got Justin and Blake that are going to have to make their way through the field, Hanner has been consistent, and I think Hanner may be the man to watch.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm gonna go dark horse here. I'm going Marshall Hall, and I say that because Marshall, he on that last restart, he was right there with the leaders, and he was fast. You give this kid a clean track, he's fast.
He's hard to
So
beat. Yeah,
I think
and he's
with
a
him
first
up
response
there,
racer too.
exactly. So I think with him up there, he's going to be super fast. I think he's going to be the guy to beat. We're about to go back green flag racing here, and we will have 13 laps to go once it does.
Stacked up side by side. Here we go. Pace car pulls off the field, stacking them up, ready to go. Green flag racing. Who will pull the trigger first? And there goes Marshall Hall off, taking off to a 1-2-3 car length lead over the rest of the field as a side-by-side pat. Well, actually, it's still side-by-side back there. We're watching Hanner and the Nerf car, Steve Gottschalk. And woo, one car nearly got in the wall back there. It looks Justin Anderson and Blake Gordon. They're stacking them up all sideways, every which way, trying to make it 4 wide back there.
Yeah, 3, almost 4 wide. They chill out going into this next corner. They settle in. They're going 2, now 3 wide. Blake Gordon gets sideways. He's completely sideways, saves it. Doesn't lose much time there. And there you go. A little bit of a checkup. I believe that was the
Justin
50.
Anderson's
Catches
in
the
it.
3. Justin Anderson, the 16. Commentators curse, man.
My God.
Commentators curse. I got to quit talking about people.
Yeah, I remember me
feel
and
terrible.
Adam used to talk about you guys in the TNT division. Every time we say, "Oh, you're running really good, you rack."
Yeah, commentators curse. It's a legit thing, guys.
Yeah.
So you see the 3 and the 68 get together, and that just caused a whole host of issues after that. Let's go up with the blimp view as always. My favorite view to be able to see stuff like this. So it looked like the 68 come up. 3 may have come down just a little bit. Race incident, they get together, gets to 16. Looks like the 45 may have cleared it.
Yeah, Ed Springer way down on the bottom of the track and into the weeds, trying to become the head groundskeeper here at Auto Club Speedway.
Oh, Cody got sideways there. I was wondering, it was saying that he got.
Yeah, he got.
Oh, he barely looked like he might have just touched Adam Wood on the rear end, but he saved it.
No damage. No damage.
Yeah, that was a good save right there. I mean, honestly, you hate it for the fresh tires. You can flat spot them, but not hitting the wall, that's at least a positive.
Yeah, always. 11 laps remaining. Will we make the rest of the 11 laps under green?
No.
I love how positive that was. No.
Well, that's not about positive.
Hey,
hey, I'm a realist, not a positive person, okay? I'm a realist. And I have a very bleak outlook on everything, so I'm just a realist.
oh,
hey,
boy.
Hey, being in the military will do that to you, man. I'm telling you. Anything that can go wrong does go wrong.
I agree. I'm the same way. I'm exactly the same way. Sometimes people hate me because I'm a realist.
That's why people like me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't want my opinion, don't ask me.
That's a good point. Hey, Derek Schilling's up into the friggin' top 10.
Look at that. 10th. Derek. He's been hanging on. The rest of us were all in that channel down there with him. And Derek's the last remaining guy. Now that we've jinxed him, he'll probably wreck out this next caution.
He said, well, I was bringing up the fact that he's our local texting and driving guy.
Oh, no.
Here he is.
He's watching you.
Yeah, exactly. He said, yay, finally a crash I'm not involved in.
And actually, you know what we need to do is put his car up on the screen right now.
Let's put him up on the screen. Let's go.
Let's put him on. We need to look at that car real quick.
All right. Well, let's go a little closer, shall we? The number 10,
yep.
or 87.
That's number 87.
Look at that thing.
Sponsored by the Guitar Addict, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in beautiful Holly Hill, Florida. That's Daytona Beach. So if you're looking for a guitar, new or used, preferably used, because I carry a lot of used guitars, come down and see me at the Guitar Addict next time you're in Daytona Beach, and we'll hook you up with one of the best guitars you can find.
I've been waiting for mine, Randy.
Josh Hanner will tell you that. Josh Hanner came all the way from South Carolina to buy a guitar from Randy.
Oh, my God. See, I'm going to have to come from North Carolina to come buy one. Just to buy one. I'm going to do a turn and burn. What is it, 8-hour drive? I can do that.
Yeah, 8 hours. I will be in Nashville, North Carolina in 2 weeks.
Bring me a guitar.
Come by and see me at Asheville. I'll be at right across the Fletcher Airport. Asheville Airport.
I'll be there. Asheville's not that far from me.
I know. It's only a couple hours.
Not even that. It's like an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, come see me.
I go to the Asheville Zoo. That's where I take my kids.
Oh, cool. And, a lot of times we see the Edge. Edge is usually there from the WWE. We usually see him every year.
Oh, nice. Hey, so when I was in airborne school, we were waiting for our last jump. It was actually a night jump, too. By the way, we're going back Green Flag Racing. But they brought in a bunch of WWE superstars. Kofi Kingston, who's some of the other guys? I can't think of their names, but we're back. Hey, Marshall Hall, another great jump.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths of a great jump out there as he jumps over Wellen. As Wellen now has got a challenge to the outside, but Wellen making it by himself as Carl Henderson. Look at that. Henderson, that 31, is making his moves as you see Anderson back there. And there is the resident alien right there in the 51, making his way, looking inside, outside, making some moves. Can Blake Gordon and Justin Anderson catch up to the rest of the field? That is the big question right now.
73 catches.
Oh, one car on the wall. Blake Gordon.
Woods in it. Blake Gordon.
4-5. Oh,
wow.
My God.
Oh, man. That was Hanner.
Yeah,
so,
it was Hanner.
Justin Anderson just caught Josh Hanner Now, I can't tell you if somebody come up, somebody came down. I don't know. I'm not.
Who's involved in that?
Yeah, I'm
It's just-
not. I'm not here for that.
Derek Schilling.
What's that?
Derek is in it. Derek was in it.
So you see, Josh Hanner comes down a little bit, comes back. He gets side little loose. Yeah, he got a little loose, man. Just caught the 73. And
Yeah,
just
Hanner got drilled by the 70.
huge wreck. 44 completely destroyed. We got the 13, the 50, the 6. We got the 96. Just a bunch of cars, man.
Bunch.
Wow. Adam Wood destroyed. Kevin Haas. Chris Oliver. Yeah, there's the 87. Hey, Derek probably shouldn't comment, man, because we start talking about you.
No front end at all. I mean, it looks like a Winston modified from 1987.
Let's see here. What position do they like? Carl Henderson, because of this, has worked his way all the way up to third. This guy was down a lap at one point.
Yeah.
Ed Springer just, oh man, you hate to see
Toast.
this. Just a ton of, that was a Talladega wreck right there.
That was, absolutely. And I was waiting for it. I was sitting there holding my breath, and making sure my teeth weren't chattering the whole way around the track because I knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
Maddie said that her and Cody were in Daytona last week for the 500. They should have come and seen you.
Oh my God, I cannot believe you're in town and you did not come see and get your Randy points? Don't you realize you get points to come see me?
Ah, man. Oh,
I didn't know.
Hey, by the way, I also want to point out, John Gordon put a comment, said, Randy.
Oh,
Randy, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh
What
gosh,
You want some scream?
we have some storms out here, and it just booted me.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
So don't worry. We're coming back up. Everything's coming back up. But while we have a second, what I was saying though is John said there would not be another caution. There was another caution. I told you.
Yeah.
Just want to point that out. Hey, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, we got a little weather out here. Also doesn't help that my kids play on their phones, watch YouTube on their phones, play Roblox on the computers, and play Minecraft on the PlayStation. So they like to suck up my bandwidth as well. Which, they better be in bed.
Better be, but they're not.
It's 9:40. They got school tomorrow.
All right. Well, I have no screen, so whenever it comes up, let me know.
I'm at 51% right now. But as I was telling you earlier, Randy, yeah, they brought in a bunch of WWE superstars for our last jump. It was weird. Obviously, we were all rigged up in parachutes and stuff like that, so they walked around, said, hi, and talked to you for a second, whatnot like that. They said one of them was Kofi Kingston. What was the dude? He kind of looks like Jason Momoa, just smaller. He's fighting with Brock Lesnar.
You talking about Roman Reigns?
Yeah, him.
Oh yeah, wow, that's The Rock's cousin.
Oh, is it? Hey, we're back green flag racing, man. Boom, we're good.
We're good. Yeah, there we go. We got a good connection now as the field making their way with 5 laps remaining. Will we have another caution? As it looks like, is that Wellen out there by himself?
Wellen's taking the lead right now. 4 laps to go. He's taking the lead over Marshall Hall. Not too sure what happened to Marshall. He's falling in the clutches of the 31 of Carl Henderson, as here comes Justin Anderson in 5th.
Yeah, Anderson's and he's on a tear now. And you see Steve Gottschalk getting a little loosey-goosey in the turn there, but he didn't lose it. So some guys are still having some troubles with the car going around a little bit. Oh, and you see Carl Henderson get loose in that same area as everybody else does, and he'll drift up the top of the track, and that'll allow Steve Gottschalk, Justin Anderson, and Derek Shirley to get around him.
Dan Shirley. But yeah. So right now you have Greg Wellen leading, followed by Marshall Hall, Steve Gottschalk in third, and Justin Anderson making a drive here. I don't think anybody's got anything for Greg Wellen up front there, but these guys could potentially catch Marshall Hall and pass him.
Yeah, they can. Shirley now looking to try to get around Justin Anderson. Anderson drifts high. Shirley will have tucked back in behind him as it's a nose-to-tail situation now, pretty much from Marshall Hall all the way back to the Dan Shirley car.
Just behind these guys, you see Adam Wood there. He's got no front end. He's sitting right now in 7th position. Still chugging along there. Still trying to salvage a good finish here as Greg Wellen's opened up a nice lead as these guys looking to reel in Marshall Hall.
Yep. Nose to tail, single file down. You see Dan Shirley, the only one pulling out, trying to make a move as he would like to pick off the 75, his teammate there of Anderson. And it looks like he might be able to do that as he'll shuffle Anderson out with the white flag should be showing here this time around. Final lap as Wellen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 car lengths out front. As Greg Wellen is on his way to a win tonight at Auto Club Speedway in the AOLL race here, Cup Series on the Ghost Fire Media Network. Down the back straightaway for the last time into turn number 3. He'll keep it in the middle groove. Off of turn number 4. He'll drift it to the back or the top of the track and down to the stripe. It's going to be Greg Wellen winning tonight in the AOLL.
Marshall Hall takes second. We got Steve Gottschalk in third, Dan Shirley in fourth, and Justin Anderson finishing fifth with a nicely damaged car there.
Yeah, a little bit of damage. He was caught in a couple of those little incidents just a few laps back.
Well, I would be remiss to say that we probably won't get to talk to our second place finisher here tonight, as Marshall is not in Discord. Shame on you, Marshall.
No.
Shame on you. So
can I do my impersonation of him?
Sure.
I reckon we'll just not do that tonight. Mm-hmm.
You know, I always loved being in the radio chat with him. Something happens, he'd always start with the "No."
I think that was very smart for them. As Wellen drinks his Red Bull and brings it into the victory lane, the 19th hole victory lane.
Hey, that's a good place. If anybody don't know if that's a golf thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Meet me at the 19th hole for that beer. Hey, so winner Greg Wellen, let's pull him in and see what he thinks. Hey, Greg, it's Larry and Randy in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I got you guys.
Man, fantastic race tonight. Yeah, you seem to really grew. You know, you went up 6 spots. Were you trying to be patient there at the beginning, or what was the strategy here tonight?
So I haven't raced this car that much, and I wasn't in the groove the first half of the race. So it was really just get a feel for the car, how aggressive I could be, and you really can't slide it like the old car. This car seems to be more about precision. And I had nothing for Blake or Justin outside of a draft pass early in the race. They were clearly better.
So did you have as much of a problem as most people did with that turn number 3 and 4?
Yes, I did. I had quite a few problems. The first half of the race, I spent a lot of time losing position, sliding off of there.
Yeah, it seemed like the whole field was trying to figure that turn out for probably the first 50 laps at least. And then I think a few of you guys actually figured it out, where a lot of guys behind you did not.
I think what helped me on that last run, well, number one was getting lucky. Every time there was a wreck, I went right through the middle and didn't hit anything. But then number 2 was I took a lighter load of fuel on that last run, assuming we get a lot of yellows like this. So I had a little bit more stability and I could drive it more aggressively through there.
So the car did react differently once the fuel went down.
Yeah, I have a feeling driving style always impacts it, but also fuel burn off. the more the fuel burned off was the biggest reason why the car got tighter and tighter throughout the run, but it could help you on a short run.
Yeah, it's interesting. See, look, there's strategy to this. I love it. So you said you haven't driven the car much. Give us a little your thoughts on this new car, heading into this 2022 season.
I like that it's harder. I don't like that you can't slide it. It's disappointing you can't race it side by side, but you couldn't race the old car side by side too much either. It seemed like when we watched a real race on TV today that because of the diffuser, cars could race side by side, and it didn't make them extra loose. I don't know. I mean, this is early development. This car will be fine.
Probably a couple more updates and we'll be rocking and rolling soon enough.
Yeah, in real life and in the sim.
Yes.
Hey, man, heck of a race from you, and we look forward to seeing you the rest of the season.
10-4, guys. Glad to get one early in the year. Got to thank all my teammates down there in Steel Horse, my family. I know they're watching. Big Nate, the Inland Empire Redbirds, and, of course, Marcia.
Heck
Congratulations on a win tonight, man. We'll see you next week.
10-4. See you guys next week.
All right, let's see here. Hey, look, we are going to get Marshall Hall in here.
No way.
Yeah, we are. Hey, Marshall, it's Larry and Randy in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, man. Actually, I can hear you really good. This is different. I'm not used to. You sound clear.
Got a new nice mic.
He doesn't sound as deep throatish or monotoned.
No, he doesn't. He's not doing that. I reckon.
It's all in the mud.
Hey, Marshall, a heck of a race for you out there, man. We briefly talked about it yesterday, or throughout the race, that you just kind of hung around there in the Daytona race, and you seemed like you did that again here tonight. What do you attribute to these just consistent, top 10 finishes to?
Just trying to stay clean for the first however many laps, and then just start working the way up with about 30 to go. Just try to stay out of wrecks and stuff until then.
I thought it was contributing because you don't like to come down to the first response, team Discord team and listen to all us chat. I thought that was the whole thing. You sit there by yourself and leave the rest of us to try to figure this whole thing out. But that's okay. We got it.
Got to help my concentration out.
I gotcha. I'll just sit there and try to do the best I can back there without you. See how that worked out for. I wrecked.
I came close a couple times too, so.
I know.
It's awesome to see you back, man. I know you kind of were on a little bit of a hiatus at the end of last season. 2 strong finishes, again, just kind of hanging around. What's your outlook going into this season with this new car?
I really like this car. I feel like it suits me a lot, and just can't wait to try it at all the tracks and hopefully just have top 10 finishes all season.
I've run a lot of races in this thing, in a couple other leagues. It's actually kind of a remarkable car that you can actually draft at some of these tracks that you would never, ever be able to draft before at. I mean, we'll see some small 1-mile tracks that you'll be drafting at.
Yeah, I think that the racing will be different at every single track that we go to, so it's always going to be something new to learn.
Yep, absolutely. Good run. Second place, man. Not bad at all. Almost had one, but unfortunately, Welling got a better start there at the end. So, but good job, man.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, you too, man.
See ya.
All right, Randy. Well, what a night. What a night for racing. Sorry you didn't get the run that you wanted.
I set a goal. I actually did set a goal. I didn't tell you that. I set a goal. I'm going to race for 15 laps, and then something will happen. Guess what lap the pandemonium broke loose for me?
15.
Lap 15, exactly. I knew it. Lap 15 was exactly when I had the first caution where the car was damaged, and I had to go in and get some repair. Then I came back out, made a lap up, and was making my way back up to do some stuff. And then I don't know what happened. Then it ended up on my roof, and I was like, this ain't going to be good.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
And then I said, hey, I'm going to go join Larry. Actually, I have to thank Derek for this. Derek actually said, why don't you go join Larry in the booth? And I said, that's a good idea. And Ross said, yeah, do that. That'd be good. So here I am.
It was good, man. This is awesome. I'm glad they suggested that. I also want to point out, though, that I was told that Derek was going to call these races with me, but he's racing.
Yeah, no, he's a better racer than I think he is a broadcaster. So, but it's all good.
Well, it's to be seen. We haven't heard his voice yet.
No, we'll see him. I'm sure we'll bring him up here eventually. Actually, me and Derek are we're getting all stoked because we have 50 days, and both him and me will be on the Carnival Mardi Gras heading towards Puerto Rico, and we'll be going to Amber Cove and Grand Turk. So we're counting down the days. We're gonna be sipping cocktails in the middle of the ocean.
Dang, you and him at the exact same time, huh?
Exact same time. We did not plan that. It just happened that we booked our cruises on the same day.
And nobody tells me. How sad.
You can still do it. There's openings on the ship right now.
Nah, I got a phobia for water.
Oh, okay.
And the ocean.
Yeah.
The ocean.
I'll jump out of a plane, but I'm not going in a cruise ship.
Hey, I'll jump out of a plane any day of the week. I'll jump out of a plane from any height. But I'm not I'm not messing with no shark in the middle of the ocean, man. I can swim just fine, but floating in the middle of the ocean, just all by myself, nah, that's a scary thought.
I got a scar on my leg from a shark, by the way.
See, there you go. Nope, I don't know. No oceans. Nope, I'm cool. I'm cool, man.
All right, so we wrap this thing up. I think people have probably heard us enough, so.
I agree. Hey, what a good time tonight there, Randy. I really appreciate you joining me in the booth, man. Why don't you take us home?
All right. You've been listening to the Ghost Fire Media Network broadcast of the AOLL Cup Series. And don't forget, tomorrow night, it's the North-South League with Adam Wood and Josh Laston. We'll be calling all the action tomorrow night. I believe that's around 8 o'clock. That race starts. And then Wednesday night, it'll be Nick Adams and myself calling all the action of the Shrew Diecast Sim 500 race. And that's going to be a lot of fun as well. So you guys have a great one. He's Larry Patrick. I'm Randy Pepper. We'll see you next week here on the Ghost Fire Media Network.